Welcome to this complete technical series on ship power systems, main switchboard, and emergency switchboard. In this lecture, we are starting from the foundation level, but in a professional way. Whether you are a marine engineer, A2, industrial electrical engineer, or a fresher preparing for on-board career, this series is designed for you. On a ship, electricity is not just for lighting. It runs pumps, compressors, steering gear, navigation systems, cargo equipment, and even engine control systems. If electrical power fails, the ship can go into total blackout. That is why understanding the main switchboard and emergency switchboard is extremely important. In this first lecture, we will understand how electrical power flows on board and what role these switchboards play in safety and operation. Before start this tutorial lecture, please subscribe Tech Tide Digital Lifestyle and don't forget to like, comment and share this video. Let us begin. Ship power flow. Let us understand how electrical power flows on board a vessel. Electricity is produced by diesel generators. These generators convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. But the generator does not directly supply motors or equipment. First, the power goes to the main switchboard. The main switchboard acts as a central control point. It receives the power, monitors it, protects the system, and then distributes it to different parts of the ship. From the main switchboard, power flows to distribution panels. And from distribution panels, it goes to motors, pumps, compressors, lighting systems, and navigation equipment. So always remember this simple flow. Generator produces power. Main switchboard controls power. Distribution panels supply power to loads. If this flow is disturbed, the entire ship operation is affected. Marine diesel generator. Now let us briefly understand the marine diesel generator. This generator produces three-phase AC power. On most ships, the voltage is either 440 volts or 690 volts. Frequency is usually 60 Hz. The generator has two very important control systems. First is the AVR, or automatic voltage regulator. It controls the output voltage. Second is the governor. It controls the engine speed, which directly controls frequency. If voltage or frequency becomes unstable, it can damage electrical equipment. That is why these control systems are very important. The generator supplies power to the main switchboard through an air circuit breaker. In future lectures, we will discuss synchronization and load sharing in detail. For now, just understand that the generator is the source of electrical energy on board. Main switchboard, MSB. This is the main switchboard, often called MSB. It is the heart of the ship's electrical system. All generator outputs are connected here. The main switchboard performs several critical functions. It collects power from generators. It allows synchronization of multiple generators. It distributes electrical load across the ship. It protects the system from faults like short circuit, overload, reverse power, and earth fault. It continuously monitors voltage, current, frequency, power factor, and load. And most importantly, it helps prevent blackout conditions. Without the main switchboard, power cannot be safely controlled or distributed. That is why engineers must clearly understand its operation. Inside the MSB, let us look inside the main switchboard. Inside, we have heavy copper bus bars. These carry three-phase power, R, Y, and B phases. Each generator is connected through an air circuit breaker, commonly called ACB. The ACB protects against overload and short circuit. We also have bus tie breakers. These connect different sections of the switchboard. Protection relays monitor abnormal conditions. Current transformers, or CTS, measure current. Power meters display voltage, current, kilowatt, kilowatt, and frequency. There is also an earth fault monitoring system. All these components work together to ensure safe and stable power distribution. Understanding these components is essential for troubleshooting. Emergency switchboard. Now let us talk about the emergency switchboard. According to international maritime safety rules, every ship must have an independent emergency power system. The emergency switchboard is usually located above the uppermost continuous deck. It is separated from the engine room for safety reasons. It is connected to the emergency generator. If a blackout occurs, the emergency generator starts automatically. Within seconds, the emergency switchboard supplies power to critical systems. This ensures that even during fire or flooding in the engine room, the ship still has essential power. So while the main switchboard manages normal operation, the emergency switchboard ensures survival. Emergency load. The emergency switchboard does not supply full ship load. It supplies only essential loads required for safety. These include emergency lighting in accommodation and machinery spaces, navigation lights and bridge equipment, communication systems like GMDSS, fire detection and alarm systems, and sometimes steering gear and emergency fire pump. These systems are critical for safe operation of the vessel during emergency conditions. Without emergency power, the ship could lose navigation control and communication. That is why emergency systems are tested regularly during drills. MSB vs ESB comparison. Let us clearly compare the main and emergency switchboards. The main switchboard handles the full electrical load of the ship. It operates during normal sailing and cargo operations. It is located in the engine control room. The emergency switchboard handles only essential loads. It operates during blackout or emergency situations. It is located above the main deck. Main switchboard is for operation. Emergency switchboard is for safety. Both are equally important, but they serve different purposes. Why this knowledge is critical? Now imagine a blackout situation at sea. All main generators trip. The ship loses propulsion control. Navigation systems shut down. This situation can become dangerous very quickly. Understanding switchboard operation helps prevent such incidents. Marine engineers must know synchronization and load sharing. ETOS must understand protection systems and fault finding. Freshers must build strong fundamentals before joining ship. Knowledge of switchboards is not optional. It is essential for safety, certification, and career growth. What we will cover next, in the upcoming lectures, we will go deeper into technical details. We will study main switchboard construction in detail. We will learn generator synchronization, both manual and automatic. We will understand protection systems like reverse power and earth fault. We will analyze blackout sequence and recovery. We will study power management system, load shedding, and automation logic. And we will discuss real troubleshooting cases. This series is designed to make you confident and technically strong. In the next lecture, we will start with detailed construction of the main switchboard. Thank you for watching this first lecture on ship power systems and an introduction to main and emergency switchboards. I hope you found this session helpful and now have a clear idea of how power flows on board and why the main and emergency switchboards are so important. If you want to learn more in detail, in the next lecture we will dive deep into the construction and components of the main switchboard, including bus bars, ACBS, relays, meters, and all the critical parts every marine engineer and ETO should know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel Tech Tide Digital Lifestyle, so you won't miss the upcoming tutorials. Also, like this video, share it with your friends or colleagues, and don't forget to comment below if you have any questions or want specific topics covered in future videos. To explore all videos in this series, visit our playlist where we cover everything from main switchboard operation, emergency systems, PMS, automation, and troubleshooting, and also take visits other important tutorials in our playlist. Your support helps us create more professional and practical content for engineers like you. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next technical session.